Hi, welcome to my lab. We'll have a look today on this small red gyroscope. This one has a small form factor. It's about 15 centimeters long. This is the hidden plate. The reference number is 401, RGU FA2. This was manufactured in 88 by Smith Industries. This thing is secured, and there is on this side a connector with 6 terminals. So first, let's open this thing to see what is inside, and in a second time, we will try to make it work. This one was very difficult to remove. You can see that there is also a protection for this small mechanical plate here. It is a kind of cover, maybe with an adjustment or something like that, I don't know. Okay. So we can see that we have a toroidal transformer on the back here, and there are also 2 capacitors, and we have on this side the measurement. This is probably a potentiometer. We can see that there is a schematic on the back of the gyroscope itself here, but unfortunately it is hidden. It would be possible to remove the gyro by removing these 4 screws here. The motor is a 3-phases motor. The measurement itself is a variable transformer, and the axis of measurement is written also. We have a capacitor of 0.1 microfarad. The second one is a 0.33 microfarads. Because we can see that we have on the rear connector only 4 terminals which are used. There are 2 terminals for the power supplies and also for the primary of the measurement transformer here, and the 2 other terminals are used for the measurement on the secondary here. Okay, so we have the variable transformer here, terminal 7, 6, and 4 and 5. And this is 26 volts AC. Number 6 is yellow. Number 7 is a green wire. So the yellow wire is this one. It's connected to a thin red wire, which is connected to the potentiometer. Is this one. The green wire is connected to these 2 resistors in parallel. I don't know the value. It is possible to measure 1.33 kilo ohms. Okay, the second side of the resistor is connected to the red wire here. And the red wire is connected to a terminal of the rear connector. It is difficult to see. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, A, B, C, D. So this is terminal D. So the red wire is this one. So the whipper is either the green or the yellow. Okay, so the yellow is this one, and the yellow is connected to a red wire. Okay, so the yellow is also connected to terminal D. So obviously there is something like that. this is the yellow, and the second one is the green, and the green wire should be this one, the thin wire here, okay, and this one should be connected. It is also connected to D. Okay, so it is okay. So we have something like that. Okay, so the yellow and the green are connected together. Okay, this is this one here. And this is terminal C. Okay. Then the primary side is probably connected to this transformer here. I think that the input voltage is 115 volts because the AC motor works at this voltage, and there is the transformer to provide the excitation of the measurement variable transformer. So we can check the input is number 4 and 5 are the orange wire and the black wire. Okay, so the orange wire is connected here to this red wire, and the red wire is connected effectively here. So this seems to be connected effectively to the transformer. And let's see the AC motor now. Number 3 is a blue wire. Number 2 white. And number 1 the red one. So I assume that 2 windings are connected to these capacitors. Okay, so we have this one. The blue one is connected here to 0.1 microfarad. Okay, the first capacitor here, 0.33 microfarad, is connected to one terminal of the rear connector. The second side of this capacitor is connected to terminal 1 here. I will change the orientation of this capacitor. Okay, this is the red terminal. And the red is also connected to the rear terminal. Terminal A. The white wire here is connected to this point, and from this point there are 2 wires, red and blue. The blue seems connected here. Okay, so the blue corresponds to terminal B. Okay, so between A and B there should be 115 volts AC, 400 Hz, and the measurement is here, so probably the primary side of this transformer is also connected between A and B. Okay, so the primary side should be these 2 terminals here, and they are effectively connected to terminal A and B. And there is this 0.33 microfarad. So let's have a look. One terminal is connected to C, and the second one is connected to G. Okay, so there is a capacitor here. This capacitor permits to have probably a phase shift, or maybe it is used as a low pass filter, but I think it's more a phase shift in order to compensate maybe a phase shift somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, this is a complete small schematic of this gyro. It is possible now to test this thing. You just need to apply an AC voltage here. I am going to connect this gyro to the power supply, which is here. So this is a small DC AC converter, 10 watts approximately. Terminals A and B. So let's turn on the power supply. Power supply is 117 volts. Okay, the gyro is very noisy, as you can hear. It doesn't work properly, so I think that this thing doesn't work. What we can do is to look what is inside this gyro, and maybe it can be possible to repair it. Okay, so let's open this thing. Okay, we can see the connections here to the motor. Okay, we can see that there is a small resistor here. This resistor is in parallel to the measurement coil here, to the secondary of the variable transformer between these two terminals here. Okay, we can see that the connections are performed using very small springs. We need to desolder these springs in order to remove this thing. It's very strange. Okay. Effectively, the gyro doesn't work properly. There are very large frictions on this thing. This was the teardown of this small red gyro. Unfortunately, the gyro doesn't work. And it seems also very difficult to remove the gyro assembly. Thanks for watching and see you next time for another instrument. Bye bye.